Can you guys believe it has been a whopping 2 decades since Metal Gear Solid first blew our minds on PlayStation? Yeah, it's been that long. And now we are all jumping with excitement because there is talk of a remake. I mean, who isn't excited about the idea of sneaking around Shadow Moses Island again, but with today's tech? So here's the deal. We are all here trying to piece together what this remake could look like. Will it stay true to the original, or will Konami throw in some wild new twists? Honestly, it is anyone's guess at this point, and that's part of the fun. But don't worry, I'm all over this. In today's episode, we are going to break down every little rumor and piece of info we have on the Metal Gear Solid remake. From what could change to what will probably stay the same, we are exploring it all in today's rundown. So without any further ado, let's jump right to it. What's the story? Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is definitely going to have the modern appeal. First off, for those who might not know, Snake Eater is like the origin story of the Metal Gear Solid universe. It dives into the backstory of Big Boss, who's a big deal in both earlier and later games. Think of it as the roots of the Metal Gear family tree, showing us how everything started. Now, Delta is gearing up to be a faithful retelling of this epic tale. And guess what? They are going all in with authenticity. We are talking about reusing the original story beats and voice performances.
Kept you waiting, huh?
This is music to my ears because it means they are keeping it true to the original's tone and facts. For fans like us who have spent hours untangling the detailed plots of the Metal Gear saga, this is a huge relief. No need to worry about them messing with the story we know and love. But here is where it gets interesting. While they are sticking close to the original, there is a bit of room for Konami to play around. And let's face it, that could be pretty exciting. Recent remakes like Resident Evil 4 have shown that you can tweak story elements here and there without causing an uproar among the fan base. It's all about striking that perfect balance between staying true to the original and adding a fresh, modern touch. So what does this mean for Delta? Well, it could open up the door to some modernization, maybe tweaking a few plot points to make them hit harder in today's context, or sprucing up some dialogue to flow better with the new visuals. The possibilities are there, and I'm super curious to see how Konami navigates this. In the end, it is all about bringing this classic story to a new generation while keeping the core of what made Snake Eater so iconic. I am counting down the days to see how Delta bridges the gap between past and present. Almost like a little bit of nostalgia with innovation.
How the hell did you ever survive 10 years?
Gameplay. Would it change? Coming to the gameplay in Snake Eater, the game in its original glory was a masterpiece. Slipping past guards, silent takedowns, and diving deep into enemy territory, it was a thrill ride from start to finish. Now, with Delta, I am so excited with anticipation to see how they up the ante. We are not just talking a fresh coat of paint here, we are going to explore deep into a whole new era of tactical gameplay. Back in the day, Snake Eater was ahead of its time with features like using face paint for stealth. I remember feeling like a jungle chameleon, blending into those lush, vibrant backdrops. In Delta, I'm expecting this to be taken to the next level. Can you imagine more advanced disguise mechanics or even more interactive environments? The thought alone gets my gamer senses tingling. Then there is the arsenal. Oh man, the original had such a cool array of gadgets and weapons. I feel like being a kid in a candy store, but for spy gear. With Delta, the potential for modernized weapons and tools is huge. I'm picturing luring guards with more sophisticated traps or using updated tech to turn the environment to my advantage. It's like combining the best of old school espionage with new age tech. A dream come true for any Metal Gear enthusiast. I'm also hoping for smoother controls and movement. It is these subtle but impactful changes that can really elevate a game from great to legendary. And knowing Konami, they might sprinkle in some new systems, taking inspiration from the later MGS titles. It's all about finding that perfect balance between the classic and the contemporary. From what I have seen so far, Delta is nailing this balance. The movement and animations are staying true to the original, but with that crisp, modern feel. It is like revisiting an old friend who has just come back from an epic adventure. Trailer and release date, the details you may have missed. Right off the bat, about a minute in, there is this scene with a green parrot clutching a dead frog soaring above the forest canopy. But wait, it is not just about the bird. When lightning flashes, you can spot the Shagohod being airlifted by MIL Mi-24 Hind helicopters in the distance. It is a direct nod to the game's storyline where Volgin is gearing up the Shagohod to take over the USSR. The glimpse is brief, but it promises we'll be getting up close and personal with it in the remake. And that parrot, it has got to be the feathery companion of the ancient sniper, the N. Remember how it acted as his spotter in Snake Eater? Plus, the trailer showcases the parrot snatching a tree frog, a classic Metal Gear Solid 3 nod, before almost becoming a snack for a huge snake only to escape by the skin of its feathers. Then, there is this amazing moment where the snake lunges at the parrot but gets ambushed by an Indian gavial. It's a throwback to the original game where you could actually capture and eat these creatures. Plus, the crocodile cap, who could forget that hilarious cosmetic item? Speaking of throwbacks, the trailer also features a dead poison dart frog, a crucial element in your battle against the fear in the original game. You could use these frogs to poison him, turning the tables in the fight. It's these little details that just get me super hyped. The entire trailer is like a beautifully crafted sequence of the food chain in action, a recurring motif in the Metal Gear series that plays a significant role in gameplay. From ants to frogs to birds to snakes to crocodiles, it all culminates in the reveal of Naked Snake, the top of this wild food chain. Now let's talk about some Easter eggs and references. There is a quick shot of ants, which is a cool nod to a movie called Them, mentioned in the original game, and the way the light filters through the trees, it totally reminded me of the Ponizovia South area in Metal Gear Solid 3 with its breathtaking level design and immersive forest environment. The trailer also teases familiar locations like an electrified fence reminiscent of the Bolshaya Pass South area. Plus, there's a glimpse of Snake's starting camo, the iconic tiger stripe, hinting at the return of the game's innovative camo system. And the title Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is intriguing, right? While the meaning behind Delta is still a bit of a mystery, it could be a reference to the US Delta Force, aligning perfectly with the game's covert ops theme. And that Delta logo, transforming leaves into white and red, is a subtle hint at the final battle. The teaser wraps up with a snippet of the Snake Eater theme, potentially remastered, adding to the excitement of experiencing this classic in a whole new way. Seriously, breaking down this trailer is like unearthing a treasure trove of Metal Gear Solid nostalgia and new mysteries. I cannot wait to see how all these elements come together in the remake. However, there is no official release date yet for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, but get this, it sneakily made an appearance in a Sony video that's all about their 2024 releases. If everything goes smoothly and there are no pesky delays, it looks like we might actually get our hands on this remake sometime this year. Fingers crossed. Also, they did not drop any hints about which platforms it is hitting or when it is going to be released. Guess we are all in suspense for a bit longer. Verdict: all right, let's bring it all home. Metal Gear Solid Delta. Snake Eater is shaping up to be nothing short of a blockbuster in the gaming world. We are riding a wave of anticipation here, with just enough tease to keep us eagerly waiting for more. The lack of confirmed platform and release date details only adds to the mystery and hype. So keep your eyes peeled and your codec handy. When Metal Gear Solid Delta finally drops, it is bound to be a game changer. Thanks for joining me on this galactic journey. If you're digging these upcoming game breakdowns, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Can't wait to see you next time for more gaming adventures.